All right, let's jump into the next story. This one is just what happens right after. The disciples come back just as this woman is leaving. Let's bring that next scripture up. The disciples come back just after as this woman is leaving, and they judge her immediately. That's their first move. And then they have a conversation with Jesus about food. And here's how it goes. Just then his disciples returned and were surprised to find him talking with a woman. They were judgy about the fact that he's talking with a woman, especially a Samaritan woman in the bad part of town. But no one asked, "What do you want?" or "Why were you talking with her?" Just like we were afraid to ask our coach why he had his pant leg rolled up. He was too different from us. We were too in awe of him. So were they. Then, leaving her water jar, the woman went back to the town and said to the people, "Come and see a man who told me everything I ever did. Could this be the Messiah, the Christ, the chosen one?" They came out of the town and made their way toward him. Meanwhile, the disciples, his friends, urged him, "Rabbi, eat something." So we see here that Jesus has been fasting, probably for a long period of time. Perhaps it's been hours, perhaps it's been days, perhaps it's even been weeks since he ate. Think about that for a minute. We know for sure that there was one period in his life, in his ministry, where he didn't eat for how long? 40 days. 40 days he didn't eat. And here he's doing something very like it again. And we see he's not eaten for long enough that the disciples are worried about him. So it's probably been a while since he had something to eat. And he turns and he says this to them. They say, "Come on, eat something. We went and got this bread. You got to eat. You got to keep your strength up if you're going to do all this work." And he turns and he says, "I have food that you don't know about. I have food to eat that you know nothing about." Then the disciples said to each other, "Could someone have brought him food?" Jesus probably smacks his forehead or laughs under his breath. "My goodness, how long is this going to take? My food," Jesus said, "is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work."